Welcome to the Campus Edge, a production of Butler Community College.
Produced by students and for everyone.
Right you are, Mia. This week we turn our attention to the end of the spring semester and all that means for us.
For some, summer vacation, and for Emily and I, new beginnings as we graduate.
It's a very personal show today as we end the semester with another award-winning episode of the Campus Edge.
Emily, now that the semester's almost over, how do you plan to spend your time?
Well, I should be planning for the fall semester, but I still want to have fun.
Me too. But with the university tuition in our futures, that does not leave much room for money.
Luckily, you don't have to spend too much to have fun if you're creative.
And Campus Edge reporter Hunter Morgan is certainly creative. Let's look at his ideas for cheap summer activities.
Hi, I'm Hunter Morgan here with the Campus Edge. I'm here to show you how to have fun over the summer for cheap. That way you're not blowing all your little owned money out the door because, you know, we are broke college students. Let's get right into it. Cheap. All right, so most of the time you're gonna think summer, water balloons, water fun, and yeah, you know, water is involved in a lot of things, but there's things you can do without water. I usually go to Dollar Tree because it's right there, and boy, howdy, is it good and cheap. So I got this, about 50 cents, there's two of them, but I only have this one because that's all I need. And what you can do with these is when you're with your friends, you know, you can get a bunch of them, fight with them. We're big boys and girls, we can do that. So just like this.
Boy, that was fun.
You know, you could also play mini golf because mini golf is always fun, a lot more fun than actual golf, but also it's expensive at times. So what you could do is just go right back to Dollar Tree, get these. This comes with a ball, one of these and one ball, and a bunch of you and your friends could get these. And it's a lot better than just paying for the $10 mini golf per person. Now watch this drive. 5.
Cranberries, I'm out of ideas.
I've got an idea. Okay, go on a road trip. Have a great time. You don't have to, you say road trips are expensive. Road trips aren't expensive if you don't go far away. You know, go to Andover, go to Wichita, go somewhere. Have a great time with your friends. Because your friends are important and they should be held close in your heart because they're nice people probably, unless they're not. But either way, I'm glad that you have friends and we can all have a great time. Go on a road trip, split the cost, just to...
Those are just a few ideas. I can't really be creative for you, but there's always more to do. You can go inside, play some board games if it's too hot outside, because you know everybody hates sweating. Nobody likes that feeling of the gross sweat down your back, right?
Yep.
Okay. And on top of that, just enjoy it. You know, enjoy the 3 months you get off because school is stressful and you lose a lot of sleep. So you can probably catch up on sleep on top of that. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'll see you next time.
Those were definitely some cheap summer activities.
And they look like fun, if you're into that sort of thing.
Different people define fun in all sorts of ways.
I know one student that likes to watch really bad movies, ones that are too bad for the dollar bin at Walmart.
And I know a student who collects antique soda bottle caps.
Then there's our own Zach Schwarzenberger, who submitted a story on the addictions of microtransactions. I wonder what he does when he really lets his hair down.
In today's world, there are so many things that can be addictive. But something not too many people think about is purchasing things online, or rather microtransactions. In fact, right now governments around the world are discussing if things like loot boxes are actually gambling. Now whether they are or aren't really isn't important. The bigger issue is that they can be addictive, much like drugs, alcohol, and even gambling. But I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself. First, let's go back and discuss exactly what a microtransaction is. That's right, folks. Come one, come all, for the new greatest invention, microtransactions. What's that you say? You don't know what a microtransaction is? Well, dear viewer, it's simple. Microtransactions are a type of business model, you see, where users can spend a small amount of cash for a small amount of digital content. They could be simple things like outfits and skins for their games, or if developers wanted to be a bit more devilish, they could lock certain features behind these paywalls as well. Whether for good or evil, I'm sure that these microtransactions will take over the world. And take over the world, they certainly have. In today's world, microtransactions are everywhere, and one of the biggest places that you can find them is in the mobile market. In fact, it's probably hard to find any app that doesn't have some sort of microtransactions that are offered inside of it. Not that they're inherently a bad thing though. In fact, they help support developers, and if done right, they can make games and apps free for everyone. But it's not till recently that developers have actually started to take this business model seriously, and in doing so, they're taking advantage of you, the consumer. These practices are everywhere, and they've even started to become a bit more manipulative, especially when they invaded the mainstream gaming market. With games like Battlefront 2 and Shadow of War showing us that some companies aren't doing this to keep their games alive anymore, and that it's more about trying to make as much money off of you as possible. But what are these manipulative things, and how do they tie into addiction? Well, I'm glad that you're curious, because I'm going to help you go over the manipulative microtransactions and how they affect you. They may come in different shapes and sizes, but I've narrowed it down to 3 different types: pay to play, pay to win, and loot boxes. The first to go over is pay to play. This is when games offer themselves pretty cheap or even free, but after a while of playing, you'll notice that you can't really do much else. It'll say that you've ran out of energy and that you can't complete the task unless you either pay a small amount of money or you wait a few hours for the energy to refill. With long wait times, it may seem smart just to pay a few dollars and progress further in the game, but this is ultimately how they're going to get you. You'll pay a few dollars here and a few dollars there, and well, look at that. You've already spent quite a bit of money. And while it's annoying to spend a lot of money on a game that intentionally locks you away with a time limit, it is nowhere near as bad as a game that makes you pay to win. Pay to win is exactly how it sounds. These games have some mechanic in it that makes it so you can purchase your way to the top. In some games, like the previously mentioned Battlefront 2, users had the ability to buy upgrades with real money rather than earning them through gameplay. Not only did these upgrades actually affect the odds of someone winning or losing, but they also made it more enticing, since it would normally take hours of gameplay to get to that same point. It makes people more likely to just shell out some cash instead of actually playing this game. And one of the biggest mechanics to take advantage of pay to win is loot boxes. When you explain what loot boxes are, you'll almost get the same explanation as a pack of trading cards. You have no idea what you're getting when you buy it, but what's inside could be great and worth the money, though it's more likely that you're going to get common items. But hey, if you buy another one and you get another shot of getting something really good. And that's really what the developers are hoping for. They're hoping that you get caught up in this game and spend all of your money on the loot boxes. Instead of just buying the one item that you wanted, now you have to play this annoying game of luck and just hope that you get what you want. Ultimately, things like microtransactions might not be classified as gambling, but even though it might sound silly, they could still be dangerously addictive. And finally, just be cautious on how you spend your money. If you're the kind of person who gets addicted to things easily, or the kind of person who can't control themselves when spending lots of money, maybe you should ask a family member and get some help.
We have more great stories coming up about friendship and comedy in the next segment, but first, here's some really cute announcements. Back after this.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason. Because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Okay, so we drowned the fire.
Yep.
Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Looking back on my time at Butler, I'll always remember the friendships that I made.
I agree. I'm closer to some people at Butler than my own family.
I just hope next year to have as many good friends at university as I've had at Butler.
I know you'll make a lot of good friends. You make them everywhere you go.
For this Campus Edge, I went to Life Church in Augusta to find out about Sisterhood, their quarterly event.
Women of God all together, let's find out more.
I'm Campus Edge reporter Emily Jardon here at Life Church in Augusta, Kansas. Tonight is the second Sisterhood Conference of the year. I talked with event planner Lori for more information.
Well, we just feel like it's important for women to get together just to empower each other and also to, to learn more about the Word of God and to have a good time. We just want to show people that we can have a good time and connect, and as you get older too, it's like we need friendship, we need togetherness. As adults, you have to be a lot more intentional about pursuing friendships, so that's another reason that we do it. First of all, we really have some awesome worship. We have just a great time of worship together, and then of course hearing the word from different women is just very empowering and really is very helpful. Well, we give away prizes, we have games, there's sometimes a skit or two that just kind of being silly, and so it's definitely nothing that is very dignified. So.
Well, I've actually been through quite a bit in my life, and so really more in my adult life. So because of that, I feel like I'm able to bring something to the table where I can relate to people who are struggling. But I can also relate to people who are not struggling, because I've been there as well, where life's just good. Kind of been in both areas, and so that kind of gives me a little bit of ground to stand on when I do speak. I think this is something special. This is something unique that you don't find on just a Sunday morning, and honestly that you don't find at a lot of other churches. So getting together with your sisters in Christ and being able to take off the mom hat and the wife hat and all those things that we're so busy taking care of other people and just focus on ourselves. We come together closer, but then also God really does some cool stuff when we come together on special nights. We're used to going to church on Sunday morning, but you come on a Friday night, and we've seen Him really honor that commitment, and it's just a great time. Coming to an event like this really, it's like self-care, and self-care is really important, and a lot of us aren't very good at it. And so I think this is a great opportunity for us to do that, but also to build relationships, because we need people in our lives. We really weren't meant to do this life alone. So this is a great opportunity for us to do that.
Sisterhood happens quarterly, so be sure to come back June 8th from 7 to 9 p.m. Sorry guys, this is a girls-only event. For BCTV Channel 20, I'm Emily Jardon.
In addition to the Campus Edge, Butler students also produce a skit comedy called McGrizzles.
McGrizzles gives our students interested in entertainment a showcase for their talents.
Who knows, the next great sitcom may have its beginnings here at Butler.
Our next two stories are actually previews of an upcoming episode of McGrizzles.
If you like them, let us know.
And if you don't, consider donating money to the department.
Emily, that doesn't make sense. So why would our audience want to fund a bad comedy?
Simple. If our students have money to make bad comedy, it keeps them in the studio, off the streets, and away from the public.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. Good idea.
The forest, one of the few places that humans let animals roam. The forest is home to a large variety of different creatures. Terrifying venomous snakes, packs of playful yet dangerous monkeys, fearsome and ferocious lions, and some guy named Philip.
Oh, God.
How did you get here, Philip?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Truly fascinating. The forest can sometimes be a very harsh environment.
Is that a bear?
After all, it is home to several animals that are known to attack intruders.
Oh no! Help! Somebody please help!
The forest is also known to have sudden changes in weather, such as rain.
First a bear, and now it's raining. Oh God, no. It's dragging me by my limbs. Somebody please!
Out in the forest, it truly is survival of the fittest.
Hello, my name is Jake, and this is Jake's Genetic Reviews, with a show where I review things generically. Today, we'll be reviewing some carbonated beverages while trying not to think about my depressing life. Let's get on with the show. The first drink we'll be reviewing today will be Mountain Dew. It's encased in a green can, which means it should taste like green. I was wrong. It doesn't taste like green at all. It tastes like mountains. Although it was pretty good, so I'll give it a 4 out of 5 mountains for filling the holes of my heart. The next drink we'll be reviewing is Pepsi. I've heard Pepsi's one of the biggest kids on the playground, so I hope it doesn't beat me up and take my lunch money again. Well, it doesn't taste bad, but it feels like something very sharp is going down my throat. And honestly, that scares me. So I'm gonna give this drink 10 disappointments out of 10. Finally, let's move on to the next beverage. Finally, it's time for the last beverage. Hopefully it doesn't make me wet myself like that one time on prom night. This can appears very white and red, which makes me think it'll taste like peppermint. Well, it doesn't taste like peppermint at all. In fact, it tastes much better, almost making me forget about my awful past. I think I'll give this drink a perfect 7 out of 77, winning today's review. My name is Jake, and this is Jake's Genetic Reviews. Join us next time when we review the thought of how big of a disappointment I've been to my family. Have a great day.
With only 2 stories left, we are coming close to the end to our show, but it's not over yet. The tradition continues after the spot break.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. big time.
Earlier, we presented different ways our students have fun.
And for many, they express their fun sides through music.
In addition to providing award-winning stories for the Campus Edge, our students produce shows for 88.1 The Grizz, the campus radio station.
I've been producing Bring Me the Coffee for 2 years, devoted to folk acoustic.
And my show, Good Times Radio, is all about EDM.
One of our friends, reporter Naomi Potter, is a great DJ and knows everything about her music format.
So here is everything you want to know about K-pop without asking.
Hi, I'm Campus Edge reporter Naomi Potter, and today I'm here to talk about K-pop, which, as you can tell, I like. Hang on, get the other side. Very nice, money shot, okay. So, for anybody who doesn't know, K-pop is just Korean pop music. It's the pop music they make in Korea. But I figured you would like me to get a little bit more in depth, and just despite every single English teacher I have ever had, I'm going to use Wikipedia. I like to call this little section Wikipedia Storytime with Auntie Naomi. Hopefully you are watching this in bed at night, so I'm reading you a bedtime story. Isn't that nice? That's nice. Okay, so K-pop, which means of Korean popular music, or Korean pop, is a music genre originating in South Korea, characterized by a wide variety of audiovisual elements. Although it includes all genres of popular music within South Korea, the term is often used in a narrower sense to describe a modern form of South Korean pop music, drawing inspiration from a range of styles and genres from all around the world, such as Western pop music, rock, experimental jazz, gospel, Latin, hip-hop, R&B, reggae, electronic dance, folk, country, classical, and on top of its uniquely traditional Korean music roots. The current global spread of K-pop and Korean entertainment, known as the Korean Wave, or Hallyu, is not seen only in the East and Southeast Asia, but in Latin America, India, North Africa, the Middle East, and the Western world, gaining a widespread global audience. Hello, I am Naomi, as you know, and this is my friend Neosha. Say hi. Hi. It's Neosha. So she also likes K-pop. She's also another friend I have, because it's kind of my fault. I just kind of was listening to it, and then my friends were like, oh wow, that's cool, I like K-pop too, and I'm like, okay, you can do that. Why don't you tell me what you really like about K-pop and why you like it?
I really like K-pop because it's so understanding. The music just talks to you in a certain way. It depends on the song they're listening to, or if you're just wanting to dance up and groove. That's the reason why I love K-pop so much. It's just so awesome.
You're right, and she's a dancer, so she really likes to dance. She likes the choreography. And one thing I love is when people are like, oh, you don't know the words, it's all in Korean, why are you listening to it? You can look it up in 2 seconds. It'll take you like a minute to read.
It's called subtitles.
Yeah, it's subtitles. It's lyric videos that are in English. It's not hard. If you could tell me your favorite K-pop groups, what you like about them.
I love GOT7, mostly because of the members and Mark. Praise. And then I also like BTS, which you introduced me to. But I like both groups the most because they portray what they're feeling and how they want to represent it, and just want to have fun with their music and just talk to the fans all over the world. It's incredible what they do.
Yeah, I really like BTS. They're my favorite. They're really the only one that I know anything about. That's why every single poster you see is BTS. Just so you know, if you were wondering.
All right. Well, I'm Elijah Pikett. You know me. I'm a Campus Edge reporter, but I'm also not a K-pop enthusiast. If you thought I was going to say that I was, that's wrong. So things I know about K-pop. K-pop is Korean pop, but I know of one K-pop group, BTS. As we all know, that stands for Boys That Suckle. Big thick spaghetti. Boisterous thigh supplements.
I have no idea what K-pop is.
Hello, I'm Naomi, and I am with my friend Katie, who you have seen before. Hi. Well, you've seen it before if we played that video I made, but who knows? So now we're here to talk about K-pop because she also likes K-pop. So I figured I would ask you about what you think about K-pop in general, why you like it, what you like most about it.
I like K-pop just because it's really different than most American songs.
and I just feel like the lyrics hold a deeper meaning, and just the music videos are so much better than most American and European styled music videos, and just overall the quality of it seems like of higher production value.
What are some of your favorite groups?
My favorite groups are BTS, obviously, 17, which is an actually 13-member group. They say that they get the name 17 because there's 13 members, 3 units, but they're one group. And then Stray Kids, which just debuted in 2017, and ACE, which stands for Adventure Calling Emotion, which also debuted in 2017. Groups I don't really like. This is gonna sound terrible. I don't really like girls groups. I just, there's almost like a stereotype associated with K-pop girl groups, but in Korea it's like a good stereotype, so they keep doing it over and over and over again, but I don't like it, and it's just like they're either like trying so hard to be so cute and like perfect little like Barbie dolls, or they're trying really hard to be in this like bombshell, hot, like trying to be sexy type persona.
We should talk about like the comments that we always get from people about K-pop. Oh my god, why are all these girls on your wall?
In Korea, the goal is to be more androgynous. I don't know why, but it's very popular to be androgynous.
I'm sure there was one other complaint I had about what people say. One of my friends said that they have no chin. I think they have more chin than he does. I would drop the mic, but my teacher would kill me, so I'm not dropping the mic.
And I'm a cactus.
Wow, hey, I'm back in this shirt. Who would have guessed? So that's all I've got. That's K-pop. There you go. I love BTS. Until next time, I'm Naomi Potter, and this is the Campus Edge.
And that's that. We're down to the last story for the show.
And for some of us, it's a happy and sad piece.
Each spring semester, our Campus Edge executive producer produces a story about some mass communication students prior to graduation.
And this year, the story, it's about us.
Hi, I'm Kyle Phillips, director of the Campus Edge, and I wanted to show off a couple awesome people that I've met in this program before they graduate and we have to kick them out into the real world.
My name is Mia Rodriguez, and I'm a mass communications, television, and radio major. I hosted a radio show, and my time's changed a lot, but currently it is Thursdays from 10 to noon, and I've also been involved with the Campus Edge as well as the magazine, working for the Grizzly, writing a few stories here and there. I've been at Butler for quite some time, mostly at the McConnell Air Force Base, but this is like my second year being here in the El Dorado campus. So my plans for after Butler is to continue on my education at either somewhere in Texas after moving there, but take a few month break to just give myself a little laid back time and to just work on stuff with radio and podcasting and other things like that.
I'm Emily Jardon. I'm a graduating sophomore at Butler Community College. My major is mass communications with focus in radio, TV, and film. And I've been an on-air DJ for 2 years and a Campus Edge reporter for 2 years as well. I will be transferring to Washburn University, where I'll major in mass communications as well, with a focus in contemporary journalism, and my minor will be their leadership program. I think what I'll miss most about Butler is just knowing all the people and having the connections there. You can't really walk into a building without seeing somebody you know, and I'll definitely miss that.
We're really going to miss working with Emily and Mia, and we wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. From BCTV Channel 20, I'm Kyle Phillips.
Let's take tomorrow. And that brings us to the end of our last show for spring of 2018.
And for Mia and I, our last Campus Edge.
We both want to express our appreciation to all of you guys watching us on the show.
And hope you'll continue to support the Campus Edge in the future. We'll have all new episodes beginning in September.
If you want to see episodes like this again, tune in weekdays at 11 a.m. or see previous shows at 6:30 p.m. on BCTV Channel 20.
Or you can check them all out on our YouTube channel, Butler Student Media.
So on behalf of the Butler Mass Communications Program, this has been
the Campus Edge.